Strange Adventure.
The smoke hung in heavy clouds, and the one ashtray was full to overflowing. It was almost dawn, and the gamblers were tired. 3 of them were not only tired, but disgusted as well, because sitting in neat piles before mild little Mr. Smith, the Dude Easterner, were almost all of the chips on the table. One of the players spoke.
"Smith, you've got luck like I've never seen before."
Smith's weak eyes blinked behind their heavy glasses, and his smile was timid.
"You sure are right, Mr. Bender. I've never been so lucky before."
After Smith had cashed his chips and gone, the 3 men that had been in the game counted their losses. They amounted to over $800. One of the men, Bill Sutton, was even more unhappy than the others.
"How does he do it? By all the rules of poker, the 3 of us playing together as partners should have cleaned him. Instead, he walks off with all the money. If it was anybody else but that little guy, I'd say he was stacking the cards."
The man on his right, Jim Bender, spoke.
"Me too. But I've watched every move that he's made, and I haven't seen him do a crooked thing. He's just lucky, that's all. Too doggone lucky. And I'll be glad to see him leave town. Say, I've got an idea. Why don't we help him make up his mind to leave, huh? That was a good idea, isn't it?"
The other 2 men shot puzzled glances at their partner.
"This little guy is the luckiest one we've seen, are you right?"
The other men nodded.
"And this is Nevada, and there's no way we can keep him out of an open game, as long as he wants to play. Now, if his luck holds like it has for the last 2 nights, we'll soon be broke, are you right?"
Again the men nodded.
"Well, I've got a plan to get rid of him. Now, my brother's in town, and they're getting with it."
The others came close around him, and their low voices could be heard until gray light began to fill the morning sky. That night, little Mr. Smith left his hotel and started toward the poker game. As he passed a dark slot between 2 buildings, a large hand reached out and dragged him into the narrow space.
"Your name Smith?"
"Why, yes, Samuel Smith."
"My name's Haggerty, and we Haggertys got a feud with the Smiths. We done killed off all the Smiths in this section until you come along, and now it looks like we got to kill another one."
"You mean me?"
"Your name's Smith, ain't it?"
"Yes."
"Well, then I've got to kill you. But I never killed a man without giving him a chance. I'm going to count 10 and then start shooting."
Smith felt the hand on his collar let go, and he darted back onto the sidewalk and up the street. As he safely rounded the corner, 2 shots flamed in the darkness. Less than an hour later, the 4 gamblers roared with laughter. Safely aboard the bus, Sam Smith was also laughing. Last night after the game, when he had sneaked around to find out if they were onto his tricks, he had been worried about getting out of town with their money, but they themselves had provided the excuse. He settled back with a sigh of satisfaction. Sam Smith, the slickest card shark ever to be kicked off the Atlantic run, was going to enjoy the wild and woolly West. This is Pat McGeehan saying goodbye from my writer Charles Crowder and inviting you to listen again to another tale of
Strange Adventure.